name's David Freston, 42 years old, live in San Pedro, California, shop in Wine Gardens, California. I'm also known as Chopper Dave. Manufacture cast aluminum motorcycle parts, cast bronze parts. I do custom machine work, I do custom fabrication work. I'm a motorcycle mechanic, I'm also a photographer and a writer. I shoot and write for a couple different magazines worldwide. I'm building a turbocharged, fuel-injected Sportster, girl's bike. I'm building a Sportster that when I'm done will probably put 145 or 155 horsepower to the rear wheel that will handle better than most Sportsters out there. I'm building a full-on Sportster street tracker. The entire bike I'm pretty much hand building, starting with a Sportster motor, and I'm building everything else out from there. Think of the chopper scene the way it is now. I think it's a little bit insane. I think it's gone the direction of punk rock and skateboarding and tattooing and become far too mainstream. I'd like to see it go underground again and be a real outlaw thing to be doing. You know, I'm not doing this to make anybody happy, and I really don't give a shit what anybody thinks. And that was pretty much the whole mantra behind guys building choppers in the 60s and 70s. You know, I think some of that's kind of been lost, but with that said, you know, it's still something I love, and the more people that are into it now, it perpetuates it and keeps it going. So that's a good thing. How do I describe Born Free? Complete sensory overload. You're never gonna see everything that's there. You're never gonna talk to everybody you know that's there. It's absolute insanity. I'm amazed at how big it's gotten. It's basically a complete sensory overload on every level. I think there's a bunch of very talented builders building a lot of neat different stuff. I think it's finally gotten to the point where people aren't building just strict choppers for the show. I know there's a bunch of guys doing a lot of different stuff, and I'm excited to see what everyone ends up building for it. You know, from super old bikes to traditional choppers to, you know, anything newer style. So I'm excited to be a part of it. I've wanted to build this bike for years. I've had it in my head for years. Luckily, I am around a lot of performance-oriented motorcycle people, and I didn't want to build a chopper. I built choppers. I wanted to build something else. I wanted to build something that works on every level, that performs, that handles, that stops, that slides. I wanted to build a serious motorcycle. Trying to build a serious performance motorcycle and kind of push my fabricating and engineering skills right to the limit of what I've built for myself. People have always asked me influences for me, what influences me to build the stuff I build. Parts-wise, it's always been Randy Smith, but this is sort of a different direction I'm going now because I'm not building a chopper. Building a performance bike, and probably one of my biggest influences, influences and a guy that's taught me more about what's possible out there is Jeff Wright from Church of Choppers. He's the first guy, in my eyes, that really mixed all the high-performance Japanese stuff with an American bike. Building choppers with Japanese sport bike parts. I don't really have a lot of Japanese parts on this thing, but it's kind of that spirit of mixing parts and getting the best performance you can in a drivetrain that might not necessarily be considered a performance drivetrain and doing it in a way where everything works together. Another influence, Skeeter Todd. Skeeter Todd, in my eyes, is an unsung legend in the motorcycle world. The guy's been building hot rod bikes that put out ridiculous amounts of power since the 70s. The guy has a wealth of information that we all need to hold on to and learn from. He's the first one that said when I was building what I was building, hey, send you an intercooler, send you some turbo cams. Okay, you know, he's been a huge help and inspiration for me because he's one of those guys that has that attitude where you can build anything. There's no reason you can't build anything. So he's kind of one of my biggest influences with this, him and Jeff Wright. Jeff mixing parts and getting all the right parts, and then Skeeter for just building a hot rod sportster motor that's really going to work. So those are probably with this build my biggest influences. Well, that and every single guy that raced a flat track bike in the 70s because they all have bigger balls than the rest of us. I like spending time with my family. I like spending time with my friends. I like doing non-motorcycle stuff when I can, just to get away from it. But you know, for the most part, most of what I do is motorcycle related. You know, I shoot naked women, and it generally involves motorcycles somehow. I write when I can. I'm generally writing about motorcycles. So I don't really do a whole lot that doesn't involve motorcycles, except when I'm home with my family or somewhere else with my friends. A big thank you out there to Paula. Thank you for putting up with me. I'm a pain in the ass, I know this. Turbos by Garrett, Olin Sweden, Hog Killers, Milk House Speed Research, Circle City Hot Rods, Harley Davidson Westminster, Dynojet, Specialized Powder Coating, Hunter Klee, Jason McCann, Mark Nelson, Backman. Really appreciate it. Couldn't have done this build without all your help. And that's it. Thanks, you guys. Now I have to finish it. If you or your friends know a girl who models naked who can ride a unicycle, contact me! I need one!